Hello everyone, welcome to Katharine's Creatures. This is episode 100, and this is a series where I get to talk a little bit about and touch base upon various mythological beasts, beings, and the like pulled from lore worldwide. And I always like to preface by saying that I am not a linguist, and so if I mispronounce anything along the way, I apologize in advance. So today I'm going to talk about the Lutin, and which is the male term for it. For females, if female or feminine lutins are called lutines, and they are essentially part of the household spirit category and have a lot of relatable creatures very similar to them throughout Europe. But the Lutin comes from essentially France, and so they're folklore, and again they're fairy tales, and they're kind of like the response of the hobgoblin for Normandy. So Lutins, some of their kin, if you want to view it that way, from England, Germany, and even Scandinavia, are the brownie, the elf, gnomes, hobgoblins, imps, pixies, sprites, pucks, leprechaun, and all that kind of, again, these kind of mischievous spirits that live close to humankind and usually like to play pranks upon the people they live next to, though they're not necessarily truly evil or malicious. Now, the Lutin, one of the things is outside of looking kind of like a smaller, petite, humanoid being. I know some of the pictures that I saw, they were depicted bearded, but I couldn't get like a good descriptor of their humanoid form. But sometimes the Lutins will transform into a horse that's ready to ride with a saddle and bridle and everything ready to go. That's one of their alternate forms. One of the things they like to do, and again, this goes back to the mischievous nature of some of these household spirits, they love to tangle both human and horse hair and create these, what is known as elf knots. And so they'll knot up your hair really hard. So if you've ever woken up in the morning and your hair is absolutely a wreck and you don't know how possibly you've got your hair that knotted, mine happens all the time. People used to say that's because they're elf locks, that some kind of household spirit came and knotted your hair during the times you were asleep. And the elf locks for France are called, actually no, sorry, correction. I forgot to mention, the horse form of the Lutin has actually a name for itself, and that is Les Cheval Bayard. Hopefully I pronounced it correctly. I probably did not, but that is the horse form of the Lutin. But yeah, so one of their pranks is, again, the knotting of the hair. And in a particular French fairy tale about the Lutin, it was called Le Prince Lutin, written in 1697 by Marie Katharine d'Aleni. I hopefully got that right too. There's a big story just about the Lutin as one of the primary characters, and in it they're describing a lot of the abilities that Lutin have, including that they can turn invisible. They can cross the expanse of the universe in just a moment. They can rise, what they said, quote, and I quote, rise without wings, so assumably can fly. They can go underground without asphyxiating, so in the sense that they can travel under the ground and through the earth without needing, again, the air. And the same thing is they can swim and exist underwater without breathing too. So they have some really interesting abilities. They can enter closed windows without having them ever be unlocked, and for the most part they are invisible to the human unless they choose to be seen. Now, one of the things that was noted is that if a Lutin is wearing a red hat with two feathers, or is given a red hat with two feathers, they turn visible. And so some of the depictions of the Lutin, you'll see the red hats, I think a lot of them are pointed red hats upon their heads, and it's because that is implying that they are visible to the human eye. Now, if you have any questions about this or anything else, please post them in the comments below or reach out to me on any of my social media. And until next time, everyone, Skål.